Hey everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Know Your Enemy, a series about how to play against certain heroes in Overwatch and counter them on the battlefield. This time we focus on Brigitte, the latest addition to the Overwatch support roster, who can be a very tough nut to crack. Before we get started though, if you enjoyed this video and wish to support the channel, please think to give it a like, subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when new videos are uploaded. First off, let's start with some more general tips to use when playing against her. Okay, for the first tip, let's tackle the elephant in the room, the question of range. Since Brigitte doesn't have any ranged abilities, it's fair to say that she is at a disadvantage against any hero who does have range, meaning the soldiers and widowmakers of this world should be strong choices against Brigitte. Alas, it isn't that simple. If you take her on from a distance, chances are she'll act like a turtle and shield herself, which will limit what you can do against her. This isn't to say Soldier, Widow or other ranged heroes aren't good counters. They can be, but bear in mind that unlike Moira for example, who is an open target, Brigitte has a way of protecting herself against you. The second tip is don't get too close. Brigitte is at her best at short range. She can use all of her abilities comfortably and be a real pain in your ass. This isn't to say you shouldn't get too close. I mean, most of the time you'll have to, but using your abilities to distance yourself from her or to boop her away from you can hinder her plan of attack. Tip number 3 is don't let her touch you. Brigitte heals her team in two ways, with her shield pack and passively with Inspire. Plus, in order to trigger Inspire, she needs to deal damage to you or someone in your team. If you can stop her from dealing any damage, you'll not allow her passive to trigger and thus deny any healing for the enemy team. This can also work in the opposite way. If you single her out, distract her away from or distance her from her team, they'll stop getting their healing top-ups too. Note that she can also trigger her healing with her whip shot, so like when facing Roadhog and his hook, try not to be too much of an easy target to hit. Tip number 4 is take her shield away. Brigitte will be mainly protecting herself with her shield, maybe a couple of allies if she is in a position to. It's also meant to be a reactive ability that Brigitte can use to protect herself from ultimates, to avoid an Earth Shatter or Deadeye for instance, or to protect herself after being hooked by Roadhog. Depriving her of her shield, as obvious as it may sound, could be the way to go to deal with her. On a side note, her shield is quite tiny compared to others in the game. This means that with Pharah or Junkrat, you can go around the shield and damage Brigitte with splash damage. Tip number 5 is she is stunning, literally. Brigitte is built for crowd control and has several ways of stunning you and interrupting your abilities, even your ultimates. This means that you need to be vigilant in the same way you are when facing a Roadhog or a McCree, who can hook or flashbang your dreams away. If you use your ultimate when she's near, make sure Shield Bash and or Whip Shot are on cooldown, or make sure that you are either out of range or protected enough not to get interrupted and completely waste your ultimate. Same goes for important abilities, so don't let her Shield Bash your Reinhardt charge, Whip Shot you out of your Biotic field, or interrupt your Take a Breather healing. With these tips in hand, you'll hopefully have an easier time dealing with Brigitte. If you want some more concrete examples though, here are some quick fire counters to get you started. Break her shields in seconds with Bastion's turret form. Although a bit slower, the same goes for Orisa, for whom Brigitte is a large enough target to hit. Still with Orisa, pull Brigitte back from you with your Halt to stop her from reaching you and take her down in a jiffy. With Pharah, aim to the floor, right next to Brigitte to damage her with your splash damage. Junkrat can make easy pickings of Brigitte's shield with his primary fire. With Junkrat still, bounce your bombs off walls, floors, ceilings or objects to hit Brigitte from the side or behind, avoiding her shield completely. Last one for Junkrat, use your concussion mine to send Brigitte flying away from her team. Fade around Brigitte's shield with Moira and take her down with your right click. With Roadhog, hook Brigitte towards you to single her out from her team. Hack Brigitte with Sombra to make her shield disappear. In a 1v1, Winston has the upper hand and deals more damage than Brigitte can. Just watch out for her stuns. Hopefully this video has helped you understand Brigitte a bit more and be more confident when facing her in your matches. If you have any counters of your own to share, please do so in the comments and also let me know if you enjoyed this video and wish to see more episodes in this series. With that said, that just about sums up this video. Thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you next time.